Welcome to Sally's Sewing Bee. I'm Sally Thompson and today I'm going to show you how to mount some crochet work onto a piece of netting as a support, but creates a support that you can't actually see, so it just looks like your work is just floating on your neck. The work that I've been doing is this crochet, which is part of this, I had a skirt suit. It had a little top which didn't kind of look very good on me anymore, but as a kind of sort of homage to the fact that I did actually have a suit, an outfit, full outfit, I wanted to take something and create something else. So I've taken some pieces from the top and I've made this rather cute piece of textile jewellery. Let me come up to the table and I'll show you how I went about it. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to take this off so that I can show you. Don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I don't know if you can see the net there. So I've got one single layer of fine net just showing above the work. And the reason I've done that is so that the work doesn't, if I put the work right on top to the top line, it would pull it down. I also tried shape it around the little flowers, but that pulled it down. So it actually needs to be about 5 mil at least down from the top, and slightly more on the smaller ones, about 8 mil down from the top, so that the net actually did form a proper means of support for the work. Okay, let me just pop that there for a moment. I started by, well, finding what I had. So when I took the top apart, some of the flowers were really in a bit of a bad way, but a lot of them were quite good. And when I just popped them down, they kind of seemed to make their own like little shape, which I thought, oh, that's really handy, because after all, a neck isn't a lamppost, it doesn't go straight down, it comes out a bit. So I thought that would create a nice shape. So it kind of gave me an idea for making the pattern that I would use. Obviously I had to measure my neck, and when I kind of worked out how I was going to put these together for them to fit into that shape, I also discovered that I could maybe make quite a nice little more three-dimensional look by putting these sort of back to back. I obviously had to neaten up the back bits because they were a little bit, well, sort of like lots of threads everywhere. But that actually gave me an idea for also putting a centrepiece. So I used another one of the pieces and I mounted that on top of the central flower. The ones that go around to sort of like side and then to the back of the neck, I've just left them as a single layer, but they're really, really pretty anyway, so it kind of works really well. When I got my pattern piece from the work, all measured to the size of my neck, I made one piece which allowed enough space for the work to be supported with some net at the top, but I didn't want the net to show on the underneath, so I kind of measured it to sort of like the, well, I think I probably used part of the way down these petals, probably at the top of these ones that come here, so I used most of the top two. So that was that one there, and there's the piece of net that I used. You can probably see that better against the green. If I pick it up, I shouldn't have worn a white top today. And then I made a second piece from the bottom part, and this is the bit that's going to give a little bit more support to the work because there's quite a lot that goes on there. But I didn't want the double layer to show because it will start to look more sort of white against my skin. I'll just show you that. I did originally want to use pink because the lining of my skirt's got pink. I thought, oh, maybe that looked nice. But it actually looked a bit too heavy and it kind of took over from the crochet work. So I found this white net, and actually, I mean, I've got a bit of a tan at the moment, but you can still see my skin colour. So I think the best thing is just choose a net that actually looks nice on you, basically. Right, so I had cut those out of the net. Net is very, very difficult to deal with. It moves a lot, and also you can't mark it. So rather than using card, you could use paper pattern and pin it on. Pinning it can be a little bit tricky as well. So let me just show you a little sneaky tip that I use. Okay. I actually used masking tape. So I put it on my net where I wanted it to be, marked it with a biro, so much easier. And then I could either cut it out with a knife or with a pair of scissors. If I just show you this, right, I did cut a little bit earlier, so I cut earlier. Cut another little bit, okay. And very, very carefully, trying not to have any sort of obvious stopping points. What you'll find is once you peel that away, that you end up, she says, fiddling about, and there we go, a really nice, straight, curved line. Nice, huh? The other thing I want to tell you about net, as with other textiles, and it even goes to sort of animal skins with leather and stuff, you'll get some parts of it or a direction in machine-made textile that has more stretch in one way and less in another. I did several mock-ups for this necklace, and I found that if I chose the one that had less stretch, the natural curve of the pattern gave it enough malleability to actually go around the shape of my neck, but gave good structure, especially at the centre where that heavier piece is. So you've cut out your net, you've got your pieces, you need to then, before you put your pieces on, you get your 2 pieces of net and you need to actually tack the bottom piece, there we go, onto the larger piece, just tack it on. Then you lay your pieces on how you want them arranged. And what I did, if I just show you the back, you can't see any thread, can you? Because I used orange thread where my orange flower was. And what I did is I hand stitched it all the way around here, all the way around here, 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 and then I went all the way around the centre, and I did that on all of them. The blue ones I had to put together first, obviously, and then I did the same thing. So they're only attached some of the way, and the bottom part is left free, so it kind of gives that lovely natural movement, which I think looks really nice. Because this crochet naturally has a hole in the middle, I thought, perfect, it's just asking for a bead. And I found these beads that have got holes at the bottom, so they're not through the centre at the bottom, so they kind of look more sort of canicular, they kind of look really interesting. And they weren't too heavy either. To fasten this, I wanted a piece of jewellery that I can put on and take off myself. I do get a bit flustered if I have to fiddle about with things, so I wanted something that'd be easy. I did try several things, and you know what I came up with in the end? Good old Common Garden button, yeah. To fix it with the button, I made one of my cotton, or it's a sewing thread, it's polyester actually, sewing thread button loop. It's sort of like it's a way of making a chain loop. There's a video I've made for this, it's on my Facebook page, so it will show you how to make that. But if you can make something else that's dense enough but is quite also looks light, doesn't sort of take over from your work, then that would do very nicely too. Right, I shall just put that back on the table. There we go. Well, I hope you found that useful. Do always get in touch with me if you've got any questions or queries. sallyaintnossaint@gmail.com, or go to my Facebook page, Sally's Sewing Bee. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.